Round one.
Hi everyone, it's Diabolik, Nice Productions. We're here at Dreamation 2009. I'm talking to Mark with Strategic Space. Mark, how's the con going for you?
Going well. Meeting a lot of people, getting some good feedback on the games, and I'm actually selling some.
Cool. Is this your first time at a Dreamation or a double exposure event?
It's my first time at Dreamation or a double exposure.
Okay. So we're happy to see you here because we like seeing new people. We also like talking to new people.
Cool.
Why don't we talk about some of the stuff that you're doing here?
Okay. Well, we've got our best-selling game is here, Fourth Corner. It's a small travel-size tile-laying game. It's got a maze theme to it, and you're trying to get out of the maze first. You're building the maze out and trying to get to the exit first. It was the winner of Top Toy 2008 from TD Monthly and ToyDirectory.com. Okay. So that's been a great little boost to get us our best-selling game.
Cool.
And oldest game that I have is actually been popular here, Zombie Attack.
Oh.
It was the one we had like 6 sign-ups before the show even started.
Zombies are very popular here.
That's yeah.
I think it's New Jersey, really.
Oh, a lot of zombie fans in New Jersey. Okay. Well, Zombie Attack is just a game where you have sort of a board like a clue board, and then instead of trying to find clues and get out like with Miss Scarlet and Colonel Mustard and Miss Scarlet are zombies, and they're trying to eat you before you get out of the house.
That's really cool.
We've got another one that came out a little while ago. This is Deerhunter 2050. This one actually went over pretty big here too, because it's got that sort of futuristic feel. It's set in the year 2050 when mutant deer have escaped from a laboratory and they have to go out and hunt them down before they terrorize suburbia.
Well, considering there's mutant deer, that's also something we deal with very often here in New Jersey.
Oh, you have mutant deer here? I didn't know that.
Deer. I think we would prefer them to be mutants so we can hunt them more readily.
Well, that's the idea, is that these deer actually fight back. If you start to pick off their fellow deer, they'll get vengeful and they'll start to attack you back.
Cool. I like the artwork on that too.
Thank you. It's actually an artist in Orange actually that does those.
New Jersey? Cool.
And we've got a game actually that is coming out in May. It's called Samsara. It comes in a tube. I don't know if you want to pan down. That's got the board down there. It's a round wheel-shaped board that you're playing. It's an abstract strategy game, pure strategy, and you're basically trying to move your followers out onto the board and convert as many of your opponent's followers to your cause as possible. And that one ends up being about a 30-minute to a 45-minute game. But we played a test version of it last night, and people got really intense. You know, they're sort of like really sort of on the emotional edge all the time. Where like, oh, I can't believe I missed that. You know, because what you're doing basically, you have no dice, no cards. You're just dividing 4 moves between all of your pawns every time your turn comes around. So that's one that's coming out in May. That's sort of our adult version or abstract strategy version of the games. And then we've also got one coming out in July, Star Hopper. It's just a prototype, but this one a kid's game. It's for just simple number and color matching. It's an educational game about star travel or space travel, and trying to make it educational as well. The card deck that actually has the pictorial versions and the names of real stars. Okay. So you got Fomalhaut here is number 45. And it's got a dust ring around it and planets, and it shows the red dwarf that's a little bit further. So it's very informational in that respect. And then we're also packaging it with a book that has even greater detail about the stars in it. Okay, cool. So we're trying to get some teachers to get involved and bring that into the classroom so we can bring more board games into the classroom.
What's the age range that you're looking at for this?
This one is actually as young as 6 to about 12 or so.
Because you don't know, since this is the first time you're meeting us, my sister, who's part of the show, is a special ed teacher, and she teaches 8th grade. So she's always looking for new games that she can bring in and integrate into that. And she's social studies and science? Sounds right, yeah. I'm asking Rich, who's behind the camera, looking at me going, yes, I think so. Which, I don't know if they do stars, but that could be right up the alley. Maybe not in her class, but something that she could look at for other classes that she's working on. Yeah. So.
No, we're hoping that's how it'll get around.
Right. That sounds really cool.
Yep.
Besides that, I know now you're saying May and July. Do you have anything planned for the future, or is this just where you're at right now?
No, we've got others coming up in September. We've got Master Spy coming up. That's out on the tournament area, getting ready to do a tournament of that. And then I've got a card game that's just about finished in research and playtesting called Assorti, where it's basically you have a hand of cards that you keep trying to match to your opponent's discards.
Okay.
So it's kind of an interesting, sort of unique game.
Cool. Well, you have a lot to offer, and I'm glad that we were able to meet you. Do you think you'll be coming back to another double exposure event?
It's very likely I'll be at DexCon this summer.
Cool. So we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ha 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 ha!